In 3, 2, 1. This is Necro with the Radio Dead, Radio for the Dead. What's up, y'all? I forgot. Oh shit, I forgot what I forgot. Oh, I remember. Damn, no, I don't. What was it? I can't remember. Oh shit, this is horrible. Anyway, I'm just gonna sit here and talk for a moment now. Oh, I remember. I remember. It was this. Rain. I know it's probably backwards as shit. But Rain, we're looking for a sponsorship, guys. I drink one of these on nearly every single video, man. Or two. Get really hyper, super focused. They're actually pretty good for you. They have nearly zero sugar. They have 10 calories. Don't know if you can see that. They have about 10 calories. Yep, they have 10 calories. It has zero sugar. And has lots of potassium, B6, and stuff like that in it for you. So it's real good for you. But anyway, uh, I was actually go ahead and announce while I was thinking about it and had forgotten um, the Blue Yeti USB recording sets. Awesome. Go ahead and buy one of those. I've seen a few videos of the recordings and the post recording of a standard definition recording, and it sounded great. So that's awesome. And then on top of that, then we've got Rain. Rain is a really good energy drink, and I find myself a lot not having a lot of energy. And for those people out there that are super health conscious about what they drink, these energy drinks actually make me feel a lot better than creatine sometimes. So I used to take creatine in the past when it was really creatine, and this helps more. So it gives me energy, gives me a boost, gets me woken up. As you can tell, I sound a lot better now than I did a second ago. So anyway, yum nom nom. Anyway, but besides that, there was something else that I was going to talk to you guys about, and it has to do with putting the recorded music on. So when we started Radio Dead, our plan was to play music and have tracks in between commentary and just do it that way. If anybody has any suggestions of a way we could post our videos, perhaps commentary live on music, a song or something, or something like that, any tips or tricks that you know of, let us know here at Radio Dead at c.n.thon22@gmail.com. Let us know down in the comments below. If you want us to give a shout out to anybody for birthdays and more, seriously, I'll go live for that. That's worth it. We're going to do the best we can when we get on the third floor. Hopefully, they have good Wi-Fi. I've been sketching the Wi-Fi off of the hotel for a little bit, and it works. Don't get me wrong, but then I use my own hotspot, and it's total crap. So, uh, it's a lot better today though than it has been. So it's been a few days, and what exactly has been going on? You might be wondering. Well, for one, um, I've been having some issues. Haven't been feeling very well, and then for two, my wife is having issues with uh, some really soft bone that's in her front of her lip up in here, and in the behind the teeth. And sometimes when you have a bad tooth, it'll crack. And so she's been walking around with this green line fracture. Her poor lip is all swollen up. So I want you guys to just think about her. If you're Christian, send a little prayer up for her, I guess. That's fine. But anyway, um, everybody's just been sick and stressed out. And everybody's been doing all they can to get by. And on top of that, me and Captain Rat, we haven't been around each other really for a little bit now, and it's been rough on me, man. It's hard to not have your friends there with you a lot, and especially when there's a lot of crap going on that you can't do anything about. He stopped by the other day, and we talked about everything that was going on, and it made me feel a lot better. So you guys just stick together, with each other out there, and you'll make it out. You'll be a lot happier. Um, another issue that had come up that I would like to talk about this morning, and I'd really, if anybody's watching, go ahead and share the stream. Let's get it out there a little bit. Let everybody know what's going on right quick. Send a message to everybody. Holler at them. Let them know. We're going to talk about pot this morning, and we're going to talk about that. There's a few things I've seen the last couple of days on the internet, and I thought it'd be very interesting to talk about it. So, coming from a person with a Christian background, my family had always taught me to stay away from drugs, etc., etc. And later on, when I was a teenager, that didn't happen. Of course, it happens to all of us. Drinking and all that stuff. I smoked a little bit of reefer myself. So, on the bed of that, on a bed of that, let's talk about what's going on with the politics behind everything right now. So they're saying that we know, I do believe it's, I think it's 63 is what we've been waiting for, the mandate. And for a long time, we've had one senator in Texas. God, how did I forget his name now? Anyway, we have a senator in Texas that's been really cheering for us for a while, and it's really been trying to do the best he can. He got the CBD laws enacted to where we can actually have CBD sold in store right now, and it's really neat. It's really neat and nice and convenient for some people who might have that issue coming through that don't have a head shop to go to, because we don't have dispensaries. We don't really typically have head shops around here and things like that. There are a few places in town that sell vape, but we don't have any head shops. So, on that note, you see, is where we stand legally, there's not a lot going for us. And whenever it's that way, it's hard to legalize anything with any kind of mandate that's new, especially if it's already been put into the category of a drug or anything that's highly illegal or civil rights are actually a lot easier to change than drug laws, and that's kind of pitiful, but that's kind of a good thing too, because if it weren't for that, instead of using racism, the government would have used drugs. And yes, they have used drugs in the past, but they would have been worse, a lot worse than now. They can do whatever they want anyway, but this show, like I said, isn't about us against the government. It's about us finding others that have the like mind, that have the same mentality that we do, that would like to carry on a more positive contribution to a PBS station to viewers like us, because we're tired of hearing the crap that we see on TV. Like people here a while back bashing Rain, Monster, all these other companies. Well, Rain's pretty new, but they were bashing Monster, saying that it was the devil's juice and all this stuff. But I mean, I've got, we have lemon berry. I do believe it's called lemon berry. No, lemon HDs. And then you got razzleberry. And one of my favorites is strawberry sublime. It's fucking amazing. So anyway, things like energy drinks, working out, health, your weight. I've lost from good old Uncle Sam, giving us the shit food in our area at our food bank. I don't even go by there anymore. Why? Because they're going to give you rotten food. So anyway, good old Uncle Sam diet, just roughing it like we have. I've lost some weight, as far as fat's concerned. We still work out. My wife, she gets plenty of exercise where she works at, and I get plenty of exercise. As a matter of fact, she actually overexerts herself. And honestly, tell you the truth, I run the YouTube channels. I've been trying to stay on Facebook and be busy with that, but everything here at the home front has been taking my time up, and that's why I've been gone. So I got into politics there a little bit too, and that's another reason, is because they're talking about the politics of where you live, people you live beside, how you interact with one another, and all that kind of stuff. And that the last couple of days, it's been nothing but interaction, problems being solved, crap being taken care of, and generally, welcome to my world, bitches. Like it's like that kind of these last couple of days. It's been cray cray, man. It's been cray cray. So, I'd like to see something positive come from all this. We've got new government hopefully coming with the people. I mean, this is what I don't understand. If any time in history we've ever had a movement, whether it was a racist, anti-racist, whether it was anti-commie, or even anti-Semitic, right? And other things. Okay, pro-slavery. At one time, the red, white, and blue has flown over many tribulation, and it's represented a lot of things. But the point I'm making all that is all these things have happened, and people always react in a fury, man, ready to fight every time. Just like Samuel Adams said, if you can't learn to play their games, they're going to play you into a barrel and they're going to kill you, because he knew what was going to happen, but he went ahead and said, fuck the government, and did what he wanted to do. And it was because nobody would stand up and do the right thing. And that wasn't just to make problems and make war on the streets and hurt each other. That was to go straight to the government. And that's what they did. And the shot that was heard around the world was a success, even though it killed a poor defenseless child. From what I can remember, it killed a child. A man's rifle went off accidentally, they said, accidentally. And when it fired, it killed a boy. And that started one of the first largest riots in the United States on United States soil. So we have stuff like that. We have this George Floyd mess. Whenever I was in college, when I was 19 years old, I can't remember who it was now. I think it was a couple of brothers. Actually, they were brothers and twins or something, maybe. But I think they had other siblings actually. But anyway, I know that a while back there was I think his last name might have been Brown actually, but I can't remember. So I'm just gonna get off of the name. The point is there's been stuff like this happen in the past down in Florida, in California, and what we call police brutality. And listen, it's people getting hurt. It doesn't matter who done it. The problem is that people are getting hurt. It doesn't matter if it came from a racist background. It doesn't matter if it didn't. George got killed by a police officer, and his buddy should have done something about that, because that was ridiculous. No matter how crazy he was acting, there's no reason to hold a guy down like that. And with that amount of pressure too, like it would take a immense amount of pressure to suffocate somebody like that. And I think that's wrong. Like he wasn't taught correctly, and he obviously didn't care about anyone else but himself anyway. And that's just in general for people. So when you see someone's character, don't blame the society they are with. Don't blame, I mean, unless the guy's like running around as a Klansman. And even then, like, you have to watch how you judge people, because there are some groups that are clans that believe in representing their lifestyle, their culture, but they don't believe in hatred. And I think that's just as backwards as us saying that we want a better government, but we're going to go out and throw bricks through a fucking glass pane because we're mad. Okay, so every time you fight with your spouse or your siblings or your friends or family or anyone, even yourself, do you just walk around in your room knocking holes in the wall? Because I used to do that. You see these broke ass hands, man? That's broken. That's broken too. And it's because I used to act like a kid, a child, and just hit shit, and I get mad. And I destroyed my body because of that shit. And you're destroying your country, people. You're destroying the body, which is your country. Stop hating each other. Everybody needs to get along. This week, I have heard some of the most hateful shit people said to each other in the hallway. And it drives people away from their job. It drives people away from where they live. It drives people away from wanting to be within society to talk to people. And it makes it hard for everyone. It makes it impossible for anyone on either side to find a common ground to start. Because until all this fighting that our government and that we are all doing against one another is over with, until all this fighting is over with, we're never going to find common grounds. That's why when people in other countries, when something happens to some guy on the street, that's why you have the Russian guys on YouTube that walk up and beat the fuck out of some dude because he jumped on some kid, you know? And this guy's like, in here, this is Russia, bro. We're going to take care of each other. You're my brother or my sister. You know, I got screwed over on the internet with identity theft a while back. This guy was claiming to be someone he was not. I talked to him for a really long time, and I mean, we've both shared very precious secret things with one another, you know, stories and whatnot that have happened to us. And you can tell when someone's telling the truth, you can tell when they're lying. And half of what he told me was always a lie, but there was always that little bit of truth in there. And whenever people react and act stupid, there is always a reasoning behind that, and I think that both sides have to stand back and look at the crazy people making the fights, and the people that think that they're just crazy need to stand back and go, well, why are they that way? You know, like that's like this lady that lives next door to me. Why is she the way she is? I don't really know because I'll never get that answer from her. She won't answer the phone when the manager calls. It doesn't matter because he just calls her and she stops yelling. If I knock on the door and tell her, please be quiet, she says, who is it? And I'm like, hey, it's security. You need to be quiet. And then she wants to say all these other things. People are being mean to me and you're just an asshole and all this stuff. I'm like, I ain't even cussed at you yet. I cuss on YouTube and didn't even cuss at her. So it's, you know, I mean, like I was minding my P's and Q's. My wife was standing right there beside me. She seen the whole thing. And all I did was knock on the door. And I solved it by just telling her, hey, you know, it's early in the morning. You just need to be quiet. I don't care what you do in your room. I don't even care if you be loud, but it's too early. The sun's not even up yet, and you're disturbing other people. Mind you, I was awake. That's fine. I'm not going to just go off on somebody for no reason. But seriously, though, guys, like, why do you want to do this to one another? Why do you want to make it so hard for everybody to coexist and then turn right round and want to blame other people for you getting hated on because you run your head all the time and scream in your room? And you see, everybody's a child right now, and we have to change that. We have to do something about that because our government isn't going to do it for us. They're not going to do it for you anymore. And I'm not saying that our government neglects us. They allow us the space in the room that we need to grow as people, to behave and act accordingly, and civil and justice will be served to everyone righteously. But if we all keep through these generations, if all these kids and all these other people, older and young, keep running around representing all these bad, negative things, then the government's going to have to just crack down more to prevent these things. I myself personally went through the K2 epidemic, and I remember how strong and how bad that shit was, dude. It was horrible for people. And I watched my friends go through it, and I watched my family, some of my family go through it, and it's sad, and it gets you hooked, and you can't get off of it. And I wouldn't say it ruined my mind, but it woke my ass up to the reality of what life is. I told myself one day when I was in my room, I said, either Necro, you can either stand in this room right here, bro, and you can be right now, or you can be like your cousin and sit here and ruin your whole life and not do anything ever and not get a job ever and not do anything, you know, like anything worth a while other than just sit there and serve yourself playing a video game. And people get on YouTube and share their games and share their lives and make money off of it, and they're spending their time doing something positive for the world. So I believe if you're doing something positive for the world or for your family or being involved and you're wanting to help people's emotions, that's good. Because when people say, well, you need to find a job, and I'm like, well, listen, what if there's people out there that just need the little oomph, like I used, well, like when I learned when I was like 12, that money gets you paid. When I was 14 years old, I worked under the table at a farm store, and let me tell you, that taught me a lot. It taught me about responsibility. So I have worked. I've been working since I was 13 years old. I'm 25 now. I worked until I was 22. I don't want to hear it. I tried 3 different places in town. People get screwed every day. And I've learned something. If you can't learn to make your own living and make your own way and to be civil and to be courteous to people and to be kind and to treat them with respect and all that kind of good stuff, you ain't ever going to get anything out of life if you had all that money. So for those people out there who judge this channel and anybody that's involved with it on how they live their life or what they have, fuck you. Fuck you. Because it's not about that. That mentality is why we are in the position we are right now with our government. That's why the people hate each other. That's why there's racism running rampant again, as it always will, because there will always be some kind of negative words to describe a person that's derogatory. So forget trying to erase racism. You need to all stand up and just act right. Because if everybody does their best to be on their P's and Q's, most of the population is going to be okay. And then we can let all these guys out of prison that don't deserve to fucking be there. Okay? So at After Prison Show, what's up, bro? I've never been to jail though, but I feel you, bro. I've listened to your channel. People like him, Joe at After Prison Show, taking care of his friends and being involved. I know he don't make a lot of money on what he does at his houses, but he's giving somebody a house, a home to live in. He's growing. His life is growing, and he's growing even spiritually, I would say, from this. And he's becoming a really good person in himself, and I'm proud of him. And that's good. That's a contribution. It doesn't matter how much money you make off of it. It matters the people that are affected. The other day, we had 30 fucking subscribers. We have 8 now. Do you know why? It's probably because the content was spotty. It was here and there. I wasn't putting my all into it, and I wasn't giving what I promised. But I can't make promises like that. But what I can promise you is the equipment will get better. The setups will get better. We're going to do the best we can, possibly. And I'm going to do that because it's my duty to myself to serve my community and my friends, to try to do the best I can for them, to help them to be happy and to give them a better quality of life. You can live anywhere and you can be happy. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a small break and we'll be coming back to you. I think it's gonna be 1.40 today, probably, or 1.5. Who knows? I might talk some more. But anyway, we're gonna take another short break. This is Necro It Radio Dead Radio for the Dead. If you have any songs, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you have any animations, pictures, or anything else that you would like to comment on, send it to c.n.thom22@gmail.com. That's c.n.thom as in Mary 22 gmail.com. Message us there. I will respond. You guys just have to message. I check it every day. Haven't seen any music in there yet. I'm not complaining though. Hey, it's up to you guys. If you guys want music, we need to see those files. We need to see the music. If you guys want more talk, we'll do more talk. If you want Cap Rat on here, let's do it. Let's get Cap Rat on here again. If you want Red on here, we'll talk about some more stuff, aka probably horror stories and the such. We'll make some more audio files and make an audio show. If we do lives on camera like this, it will probably be Necro most of the time. So if you guys have subject matter that you would like to attend to talk about on here whilst I'm on live, seriously freaking comment, man. It don't matter. I'll stop what I'm doing and we'll talk about it for a minute. I'll look some stuff up, get some information, and we'll go for it. So anyway, this is Necro at Radio Dead. Love you guys. And until next time, goodbye.